Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to our Chapter 6 video lecture. Chapter 6 focuses on the use of source documents to record a variety of business transactions. So if you haven't done so already, go ahead and log into your QuickBooks online account and let's get started. So in every chapter, they give you a dashboard to show the totals that you should have for your various accounts. For example, on 285, it is showing your profit and loss. Balance should be 12,246. The expenses, they're showing as 12,083.84. Mine is round to the nearest dollar, $12,084. They show some other items such as your bank balance. So if you go to your chart of accounts, your bank balance there should be 64,966.46. They give an expense total on page 287, sales on page 288. I'm not going to go through all of those. And they give a trial balance total. So I will run my trial balance report. Put in the report name trial balance. We learned this shortcut if you spell it correctly. Run the trial balance from, we'll make it custom. And the dates are going to be from 10/1 to 12/1. And click on Run Report. And they give a total of 107,675.08. Notice that I have a few accounts that are showing a zero balance. You can edit that where it only shows the accounts that have an actual balance. This data is given on page 289 as well. So to change that, in the active column, I'm going to put a check mark here that says 9090 and run the report again. And now note that those accounts that had a zero balance, they are now removed from your trial balance. Okay, so we're going to begin recording transactions on page 290. On page 290, there is a memo from your boss to record some customer payments after you analyze these source documents. Now, the source documents were not provided for these transactions, so we're going to just go ahead and record those transactions beginning on page 290. Okay, you ready? So let's go. So the first transaction says receive payment from eBids. All right. So let's go ahead and go through the process to record the actual payment that was received from the eBids company. And again, that information is on page 290. So we're going to click on receive payment. Choose the customer. We can just put an E in there. It should come up. Yep, there's eBids. Look like our date is going to be 12/2. It's our date. All right, this customer paid us by check. We'll put in the check number as a reference, which is 9951. And the amount received was $150. So I'm going to put a check mark by the invoice 1018, showing that we received payment on that one. Down at the bottom, I'm going to click on Save and New to enter our next payment. Our next payment came from the law office. Again on 12/2. They paid by check. We'll put in their check number as a reference, which was 5103. The amount paid was $100. So again, once I check that invoice for the $100, that's the amount they actually paid. We'll click on Save and New. So hopefully by now you recorded enough transactions where you're more comfortable with how to do these type of transactions. Our next client would be Main Office Depot. They also paid by check. that check number. Okay, I'm getting a long story. Okay, I'll take it. That check number is 3788. I'm going to highlight the invoice for the $180. Check that invoice. And we're going to again click on Save and New. For our next client, it was the medical service company. Here they go. They paid by check. Check number 1211. I'm going to put a check mark next to the invoice for the $190.98. Invoice 1016. Put a check mark there. And we got one more payment, Save and New. The next payment came from WebPro. So I'll type in a W. They'll come up. WebPro. They also paid by check. Reference number is 628. And there should be two open invoices, 1015 and 1020. We're paying those. They're paying both invoices for a total of $848.80. And that's going to be our last payment for right now. So I'm going to click on Save and Close. Okay. If we now go to page 291, there's another memo. And now there are some payments that was paid through our credit card. Also, there were payments where the clients paid through credit card. So typically, those credit card payments went to the bank, and now the bank sent us the information regarding these payments. So we're going to go ahead and record these transactions. The actual source documents begin on page 292. Again, the source documents begin on page 292, and we're going to record these transactions beginning on page 292. Okay, you ready? So let's go to your Plus New, and we go to our sales receipt.